Jordan, you got game at RSL coming up. You obviously faced them a little bit earlier in the year, but thoughts on the opponent?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a tough game going to Salt Lake. Had a good result against them earlier in the year, so hopefully we can use that confidence and go down there. But it's always, like I said, it's a tough place to go play. So, but we're excited.
Are you aware of the club's road record at Salt Lake? Is that something that's been messaged at all?
No, I assume it's not great, but it hasn't really been messaged too much.
I won't tell you the numbers.
So, yeah, we're gonna look to turn that around. For
Yeah,
sure.
what makes playing there so difficult?
Altitude stuff.
Yeah.
For sure. They have a tough fan base. They're a good team. They're organized, so it's hard to break them down at points, and they have a lot of good players. But yeah, I think it's always tough to play at altitude for sure.
What can you take from the game here to there?
I think we can, look at how we broke them down in different ways. Obviously, that was early in the season. They're a different team. We're a different team a little bit, so you can't go too much based on that. But I think we could watch film, watch how we broke them down. They're gonna, I think, play a similar formation. So just kind of finding little ways they broke them down in that game to hopefully do it this one as well.
That game also seemed like a lot of fun, was it?
Yeah, I remember those first couple of games of the season, just the way we were playing and in control of the games and creating a lot of chances. So I thought we've had some other good games this year as well, but that one against RSL was one of our best for sure.
You're one of the only people on the team that have played at RSL and actually come out with a win. I don't know. Do you remember much about that Open Cup game in 2016?
Not a ton. It was a long time ago, but we won in PKs, right?
Yeah. And you scored yours.
Scored the PK. Yeah. I think that's my only professional PK. Yeah. But yeah, it was. Nelson scored that game, I think.
He did.
Yeah. I don't remember a ton about it, but obviously hoping to replicate that and get a win. But I think it's just obviously with the record, it shows us how tough of a place it is to go play.
What was the experience like with the U.S. team?
It was great. It's always a huge honor to be there, and whenever you get to play against Mexico, those are the games that you dream about growing up as a kid. That atmosphere is incredible, and every time I put on the jersey, it's a huge honor. So I was excited. It was a fun experience, a quick experience, but also I have some really great friends on the team and stuff like that. So it's always good to get back with the group and get back with them.
Was it different? I know it's not an official game, but management, things like that, obviously have changed. So since the World Cup, so did it feel any different or any different schemes, things like that?
No, I mean, obviously we're all assistants with Greg, so similar thought processes, things like that, and again, it's a lot of the same people that were around, so it felt very, very comfortable, very, very normal, and like I said, it's just always such a great experience whenever I get called in.
They hired a sporting director. Do you have any thoughts on what you'd like to see from a potential new head coach, or Greg?
No, not a ton. That's up to them. And it's exciting they got that role filled. But no, not a ton of thoughts, to be honest.
With you guys, and lately, what have you? Because the last game in Minnesota, you didn't, right? Yeah, you didn't play much. Yeah. So what do you said that early in the season, getting a lot of chances, things like that. What's still working, I guess, since first of the season too?
The defensive side of the game, I think, has been really good. Obviously, all the shutouts at home have been great, and Minnesota provided some challenges in terms of creating a lot of opportunities. But I think that's again the difference between this year and last year. We pulled the win out of that game, and I think last year that's a game that I don't know, we would have tied or even maybe lost or something like that. So I think that's a huge step forward, obviously, since last year. But yeah, I think it's getting back to creating a lot more chances. Minnesota made it tough, but I think the defensive side of the game, you see, we've done a really, really good job. So keeping that up.
You obviously didn't play on Wednesday, but what does it do for the team morale when a bunch of guys who aren't playing a ton are able to get a win?
It's awesome. I mean, you saw the atmosphere is obviously great at Starfire. It's always fun. But to get a win against it's a good team for sure. To get a win against a team like that, especially for guys, that maybe don't play as much. A lot of guys getting their first goals for the club. A couple guys with their first starts and first minutes. It's really exciting. It shows the depth that we have. That there's a lot of good young players, a lot of good veteran players that can step up when they're called upon, and it was an exciting game, obviously. So yeah, it was great. The morale is high. We want to do well in that tournament. We haven't done well the last couple of years, obviously, so that's something that we're focusing on, and yeah, excited for the next round. Should be a good game.
You may have covered this. RSL, and we all know the record there.
Yeah.
Is there any chatter amongst you guys saying, let's end this stupidity? And
Yeah, I
kill 'em?
mean, there hasn't been a ton of messaging in terms of what the record actually is. I know it's
Yeah.
not great, but yeah, we want to go there and write that for sure. It's a difficult place to play, but we know we can be better there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is there any talk about that? Kind of like, come on.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah, definitely. So I think yeah, we want to get the win, of course,
Yeah.
but we want to end that streak definitely.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.